over the last couple of days, we've got new information about City Skylines 2, talking a bit more into the details about modding and how the editor is going to work and its capabilities. So I'm going to be going through all the details that we found out about that in today's video. So this is also reference to a video that I previously made, my last City Skylines video about modding and performance, and in the modding segment, the basic rundown was they were going to be producing Paradox mods instead of dedicating it to the Steam Workshop. So Paradox mods is going to be exclusively for City Skylines 2, and they're not going to be using any other third-party modding sites at all. So we found out that modding isn't going to be supported at launch because it's going to be in beta, and then they're going to roll it out post-launch. And they actually gave us a little fun fact, which I thought I'd include, which was City Skylines Steam Workshop has over 400,000 mods, and that's from maps, themes, buildings, and code mods that change the rules of the game as well. And they mostly went into detail of the past games and how modding went into that, but the details that we did get was in 2019, they invited a group of modders to help them give feedback in how best to support modding for City Skylines 2. So hopefully for people that do mod, it should be a little bit more easier and friendlier to mod in City Skylines 2. And they actually went into more detail about their reasoning of choosing Paradox mods. This is what they said, and I quote, "To offer the same content for all players, we have chosen Paradox mods as our portal for sharing mods which can be accessed directly in-game, both the editor and the mods menu. As for the details in the editor, currently the game doesn't include the editor, but will be included in the update post-release to include just like the actual mods menu as soon as it's out of beta testing. And unlike in City Skylines 1, in City Skylines 2, there'll be one editor for everything and not an individual ones, like having a separate map and asset editor, so it's all in one." And this is what they said about the new editor. "Your new building doesn't exist in a flat, empty world. You can load a map, place the building in the environment, and place other buildings or roads around it to get a better sense of what it will look like in your city. The same goes for maps. You can place buildings as you're shaping the landscape to ensure the scale of hills and valleys is how you want them." They've also shared quite a few details about the roadmap and the first update that they'll introduce that includes the editor and the modding support for City Skylines 2. So, as the editor is in beta, the beta testers will consist of seasoned modders and asset creators. The map editor will include shaping the landscape, setting up water sources for rivers and lakes, painting in natural resources and forests, and setting up the basic outside connections for a city, and setting up the map's climate that includes the temperature variations and weather. The initial release of the editor supports the creation of custom buildings with more asset types to be supported in the future, and they are going to be supporting .fbx files with a matching set of textures to set up color variations, decorate the assets, and tweak its statistics. And you can also edit existing assets, and all the technical information about modeling and texturing can be found in the official wiki, which will be updated as time goes on. They're also going to be supporting code modding, so things like Traffic Manager and that kind of element. Whether that will be available for both console and PC, that's yet to be decided. However, I have been seeing people say that console will not be having that capability, but I haven't actually seen anything official from Paradox to confirm that. However, if I'm wrong, by all means, you can correct me. So the game uses technology and has a deeper simulation, so mods need to be created from scratch, and nothing done earlier for City Skylines can be used. And they will also be enabling sharing to Paradox mods, where you can share and download custom maps, buildings, code mobs, as well as share your save game or download other people's cities. And Paradox mods will be available on all platforms within the limits of each platform. They will share more details of what this will include for console closer to release. So yeah, there may be limits for console versus PC. As I just said, the coding element of mods might be limited from console, but we'll wait and see what they say about that closer to the console release in roughly 6 months' time. As for future updates, they want to give the capability to create your own vehicles, trees, bushes, an option to import custom citizen models. Trees and citizens are more complex than the first game, and this is what they said. As trees go through a life cycle in City Skylines 2, from saplings to adult trees and eventually to dead trees, custom trees require several models corresponding to each stage of their life. Similarly, citizens go through different life stages which are reflected in their character models, changing from children all the way to seniors. We'll take you behind the scenes of character models in a future development diary, which may lead to potential creators getting a sense of what to expect once the editor supports custom characters. And that basically finished off that dev diary, and they've been asking for feedback, both now and when we get our hands on the editor, in the comments of the forum of the dev diary, and I'll leave a link in the description for you as well. And that's the new information that we got about modding. What do you think about it? Will this be an improvement? We'll wait to see. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and like to see more like this one, make sure you're subscribed, and I will be covering more of these dev diary information, so make sure you're sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.